Go ahead and place both feet on the yoga mat. Open your feet out to the edges of your yoga mat, wiggling them out so they're further apart than hip distance. And then go ahead and drop your knees over to the left side. Just drop both knees over to the left until you're feeling a stretch in your right thigh or your right hip. If you're looking for more intensity, you can place the left foot on top of the right knee. That's an option, not a must. Go ahead and close your eyes. Check in with your breath. See if you can breathe into your belly. Being able to breathe into our bellies is a great indicator if we're doing too much. Because if you do too much and it's too intense, your body will start to protect you. It'll start to breathe very short and shallow into the upper chest. So we want to breathe into our bellies here, signaling to the body that we're safe and that the tissue can open up. Because we humans are mostly seated nowadays, especially in a Western culture, that connection between your hip and the leg, it's called the hip flexor, the muscle that's there, and all the tissues around it, they don't get stretched very often. If we don't use it, we lose it. And oftentimes lower back pain actually comes from hip flexors that are too tight. Everything is connected. So this is great if you're sitting all day or if you're experiencing lower back pain. And so what happens on an anatomical level in your body is that after 90 seconds, your body activates something called fibroblasts. They're like the engineers of your connective tissue. They are the ones who do the rebuilding and the structural engineering. And our connective tissue is made out of collagen and elastin. And these fibroblasts, they can decide to build more collagen fibers, which over time will make your fascia and your connective tissue more durable, more strong. All we have to do, come into a deep stretch, stay for 90 seconds or longer. The longer we stay, the better. And your body will start to rebuild itself, to shape itself according to the stretches that you're doing. Isn't that cool? And release. Bring the knees back to the center. Straighten the legs out for a moment. Shake them out. Maybe even shaking your hips a little bit. And then we'll do the other side. Bend the knees. Open the feet more than hip distance apart, so about the distance of our yoga mats. And then drop the knees over to the right side this time. If you're looking for more intensity, you can place the right foot on top of the left knee. That's an option, not a must. Remember, if you're feeling it, you're doing it. And then check in with your breath. See if you can breathe deeply into the belly. Allowing not just the body to become still, but also the mind. Whenever you feel your mind wandering off, simply just bring it back to the present moment by watching the breath or by keeping the awareness on the sensation that you're feeling in your body. So often we try to tune out, we try to distract ourselves. Whether we're listening to music to distract ourselves, or we're eating, or we're watching Netflix, or playing video games. We all have our own personal mechanism we use to tune out, to ignore the body and our emotions. But part of the human condition is to experience discomfort. So if we can learn to sit with this discomfort, to embrace it, to welcome it, we will move a lot easier through life. Last couple of breaths. And release. Bring the knees back to the center. Straighten your legs. Shake your legs out. Bend your knees. Take a bolster or a pillow underneath your hips. And we're going to prepare for happy baby pose. Go ahead and bend your knees. Reach the hands through the inside of the legs and grab your shin bones, your ankles, or maybe you even reach your feet, depending on your level of flexibility. And then open the knees out to the sides. And happy baby. It's great again for the insides of the thighs. Create space in the lower back. You have the option to close your eyes and to breathe into your belly. Going to be holding it for about 2.5 minutes. And when we start to advance in Yin Yoga, we actually don't do more postures. We start to do less and less, simply just holding one posture for longer and longer. The longer we hold, the more beneficial it becomes. And so to set ourselves up for success, It's important that we find our edge, that point where you feel the stretch, but you also feel like you can stay here. So if you go to 100% of your stretching maximum, chances are you won't last very long. So better take it down to 60 to 80% of your maximum, where you'll still be getting all the benefits. And then the body can ease into the posture by feeling safe. A big part of stretching is actually working with your nervous system. We don't have short muscles. And when we stretch, our muscles don't magically get longer. What actually happens is that our nervous system is starting to tolerate the stretching sensation more and more. We have a lot of nerve endings in our fascia. So when we stretch, those nerve endings are sending a signal to your brain saying like, alarm, alarm, something's happening here that usually doesn't happen. And so your body wants to protect you, so it tenses up the muscles and it gets tight. We call that sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight. And so to avoid that, we don't go to 100%. We don't go into that zone where your body says, oh my God, this is dangerous. We try to stay between 60 and 80% where we're feeling the stretch, but we're also feeling like, all right, this is doable. And then we breathe into our bellies, teaching our nervous system by doing this multiple times, by building a routine of doing deep stretches, that this is okay. And so let's say you do Yin Yoga once a week for the next 6 months. In 6 months, when you come into happy baby pose, your brain will be like, oh yeah, we do this regularly. This is not dangerous at all. And so your nervous system will let you go deeper. Release. Hug the knees into your chest. Squeeze the knees in. And then release the feet onto the ground, slowly coming out of the pose.